Make Uber and Lyft work for you. Don't you make it work for Uber and Lyft. It's a huge difference. What's up, guys? I know why you clicked on this video, because it's an awesome title, and it's true. I'm gonna tell you how you can make even more than $35 an hour doing Uber and Lyft in Westchester. Stick around. What is up, guys? So I'm gonna be stationed right here so I could concentrate on what I'm gonna talk about. I even got a cheat sheet because last time I tried to do this video and driving, I was paying attention more to the driving than what I was saying, so the video didn't come out right. So I'm gonna redo it just so I could get my point across and you guys understand what's going on. How did I average $35 an hour just doing 2 days in Westchester County? Now, if you don't know where is Westchester County or the towns that are included in Westchester County, you could just Google, Westchester County towns in Google Maps, and it will tell you exactly which one are part of Westchester. So there's no confusion and there's no violation. There's nothing. You are safe. You could visit those towns. You could work Uber and Lyft doing Westchester. Okay, so let's get right to it. I am doing Uber and Lyft in the meantime that I get other projects in check. This is why I started doing Uber and Lyft, because it gives me the flexibility to work on my time and allow me to go to school or whatever it is that I'm doing. I'll be doing more videos on that later, but the point of this video is Uber and Lyft in Westchester. So it is possible to make $35 an hour in Westchester and even more if you do it right. And that's what we are going to be covering in this video. Okay, so let's get right into it. What areas are good? What areas are profitable in Westchester? Now, as you guys may know, rideshare is all about being at the right time in the right place. So there's never any specific area that is best all the time, because it's just not possible. Not everybody's going to want to ride. Not everyone needs a ride in a specific spot all the time. Now, I will give you the towns that I went to and that I'm still going to, but I suggest, because you might live in a different section or be close to a different section of Westchester, just to go through the process of elimination. Try out town for town, see how they look like, see the feel of it. Towns that are super dead or the towns that you constantly get calls to. Don't just write it down on a little piece of paper. That would be my best advice. For example, if you live in the Bronx and you're close to the east side of Westchester, which is Pelham and New Rochelle, try Pelham and try New Rochelle. But try the areas that are close to you first so you can eliminate it if there are dead areas. And that way you will be able to narrow down where are the hot spots. Because if you go by the search by Lyft and Uber, those are just based to get you in a place that they don't have drivers in. Because I've gone to the search areas and I've got 0 calls. A very good point to touch on is when you do an entrepreneurship, there is a chance that you're going to lose money because you don't know what you're doing yet. So please, if you're going to do like Uber or whatever entrepreneurship, have some backup, do it right. Just don't quit your job and just go in it, without a cent, because there's a possibility of losing money while you know the hot spots. So just, a little extra tip there. Now, the areas that I personally went to a lot was, I usually start off in Pelham or New Rochelle because I'm close to those areas. I think I did, I did New Rochelle, I did Larchmont, the Pelham, like I said. Ardsley, could become a really hot spot, because there's a lot of small stores there and people need to get around. I did White Plains, that's also a hot spot. And I really just stayed in those areas right there, like close to Tarrytown, Ardsley, Westchester Airport. I did those areas right there because those areas kept me busy. In ride sharing, there's a tactic that a lot of you guys know, which is just go to a hot spot and just stop your car, turn off the engine, and save gas. Well, in some areas it is smart to do that. In Westchester, to be honest, from my experience, I would say keep moving is the best bet. Why do I say Westchester is not like a city? There's a lot of townhouses. It's like the suburbs in Westchester. So moving around is going to put you in more places, and the possibility of getting a call is greater because you are skipping the dead zones. Okay, here comes the cleaning people. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so where was I? Do both apps at the same time, because Lyft could be good in one area, then Uber could be good in another area. So you always have calls coming in. You have twice the possibility of getting a call if you use both apps at the same time. But let's continue on to safety. Like any place in this world, you're gonna have good areas and bad areas. I would say always go with your instinct. For example, I'm not comfortable driving from, let's say, 1 to 5 in the morning. Why? Because you get a lot of people that are drunk or that are high. So just to avoid the headache, I don't think Uber and Lyft people, drivers, get paid enough to deal with those type of people. So do what you feel comfortable doing. Always follow your instinct. In the process of elimination of towns, of dead towns and hotspots, always keep in mind the areas that look sketchy to you. If it looks sketchy, if you feel sketchy, do not take calls in that area. Do not be around that area. And even if you're not around the area and you get a call in the area that you feel is sketchy, believe me, don't worry about Uber and Lyft ratings and the acceptance rate. Don't take the call. If you don't feel comfortable picking up in a certain area in Westchester that you feel is not like right, or you don't feel comfortable in, just don't pick up. Your safety is the number one thing over all apps, over all jobs. The execs of Uber and Lyft in a big ass house, in a mansion, they are not with you in that vehicle. So you have to take care of yourself first. Always follow your instincts. Stay safe out there. Okay, so let's talk about the times. What are the best times to do Uber and Lyft in Westchester? Like any other place doing Uber and Lyft, the rush hour and the afternoon rush is the best time to do Uber and Lyft. From 5 to 9 and from 2 to whatever you feel comfortable. Okay, so that's all for my cheat sheets. I will be posting my first 2 days on Lyft. Here you go. It's my first 2 days. I did 10 rides on just 2 days. So that would be average. I think I did like 3 like one day and then 7 the other day, and I got $500. You know, just off of those 10 calls. And I managed the Lyft fees, which is like $100. Come on, Lyft. $100. It should be like, you know, like $50. Come on, man. That's a little bit too high, but it's whatever. Also use my link down in the description below. So I would say stay safe out there, and on top of everything, have fun doing Lyft and Uber. Make Uber and Lyft work for you. Don't you make it work for Uber and Lyft. It's a huge difference. Think about that. Overall, have fun, stay safe out there. And if you also like the quality that you see me right now, I am recording on my dash cam because that's another part of safety. Cover your ass at all times. As you guys know, Uber and Lyft are pro 100% customers. They will believe customers without evidence and terminate you or suspend you until they find out what's going on. So I would say get a camera, get a dash cam, cover your assets, cover your business. Get the Venture N2 Pro, because why? Because it records 1080p going forward and 1080p in the cabin, as you can see me right now. So if something, God forbid, goes down and the customers call in to complain, which they will, even if they're wrong, they will call and complain. This camera is day and nighttime compatible. I will put some nice shots right here. So if you decide to do Uber and Lyft in Westchester, please use the link down below and get some extra pocket money in your pockets and cover your behind with this awesome dual lens camera the Venture N2 Pro. Play Uber and Lyft. Don't let Uber and Lyft play you. Until next time, go out. Peace.